I don't know why I do this, because almost every time I shuffle, pre-shuffle before I actually start the video, cards come out. So there is a process that we're going through at this time that is showing us a lot of aspects of ourselves that we need to see. I feel like there's like these different categories, so to speak. I don't know exactly how to put this, but I feel like there's these categories where Spirit is kind of showing me where there's a certain, okay, groups. Okay, they're giving me the word groups. So there may be like several groups of people where one group is going through this aspect of discovering, you know, things about their ego, things that have to do with healing past trauma, possibly going through a dark night of the soul. In that process, discovering that they have these attributes, these qualities. I'm feeling like they're even being specific about you know, finding what you have to bring to the table in a certain circumstance or situation that you may be going through at this time. There's another group, though, that is discovering their power, their independence, discovering how they can empower others even. They're showing me that this is a number 9. So the number 9 represents, for me, philanthropy. I can't ever say that name, that word right, but philanthropy. You know, doing for others without expecting anything in return is what that means to me anyway. Somebody needed to hear 156. I don't know why they're giving me that number, but 156 and 202 just came out, so you can look those up on Sacred Scribes. But anyhow, the second group of people are going through this, like, discovering of ways to become more free. Something about creativity. I get the feeling with both of these groups, though, there's this time of... there's an energy shift, or this time where you're going to be feeling a little bit more in love with yourself. For those of you that are in that group that are going through the dark night of the soul and feeling a lot of heartache and anguish and having to face a lot of things on so many different aspects of yourself, and, you know, you guys are going to get out of this dark night of the soul soon, okay? You're almost at the tail end of it. And what's going to happen is, through the discoveries that you find out, 303 guys, through the discoveries that you find out about yourself, you're also realizing that the whole point of all of these lessons is so that you can get to this place of self-love, okay? This place where you can say, when you look in the mirror, I love me. I'm okay with me. And so this is a pretty pivotal moment. For those of you who are going through in this group and going through, you know, independence and freedom and, you know, feeling on top of the world. I feel like with this group, it's a lot of manifestations, and it's almost like some of you have had to 3, 4, 5 relive like experiences, or like be re-schooled on some of the lessons that you learned when you was in group 1, you know, like when you was in this stage, or, you know, you went through this type of thing. But now what's happening is you're in this space of, you're finding love for yourself again, but it's in a much different way. It's more like you already know mostly what your worth is, mostly what you have to bring to the table, mostly what your power is. You know, you know these things, but it was more like, did you fully believe it? So now I feel like what's happening is you're discovering that you can believe that you are who you are, and it's okay to be who you are. And so there's this stage that you're going to be going through, where you are 442 for whatever reason, they're telling me. Weird numbers tonight. Anyhow, they're saying that you're going to fall in love with yourself in such a way that you want to share it with the world, because you see the quality 4, 5, 6 that you have to bring to the table. And it almost is like it reignites a passion in you that you had at some point in that first group when you was in that dark night of the soul and going through like healing all this trauma and awakening after awakening after awakening. Now you're like, I've got this. I can do this. I'm going to keep moving forward. I love me and I believe that I am worthy of this, and that. And so I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. And this is a really big pivotal moment for this group as well. There's a feeling of duality, feeling a little bit of a push and pull from the universe. Maybe, and I feel like this is for both of the groups. It's not really one group or the other. This is more of like a collective type of thing. It may be making you feel a little indecisive about your next move. It may even give you a little bit of like fear just because you're starting to go into uncharted territory. This is territory that you haven't explored before. It also is the fact that you have changed so drastically, and I'm still speaking to both groups. You've changed so drastically that even you don't know who you are yet. So it's about kind of discovering, like, what do you like? What kind of relationships would you like to have? What kind of hobbies would you like to engage in? You know, where would you like to travel to? What kind of amount of money would you like to make? What kind of purpose do you have? And what would you like to do with that purpose? Or is there things that you need to do with that purpose that you haven't yet done? You know, this is a place where your ego is really going to put you in check. Like, here's the thing though. You got the angel on the shoulder and the devil on the shoulder, okay? A lot of times the devil on the shoulder is that voice that tells us, don't go there, don't do that, it's going to hurt you. Remember what happened to you in the past. But what's happening, you know, now is they're saying, listen to the angel on the shoulder, because the angel is that guide that is getting you out of the dark night of the soul or out of that ego that tells you, just don't do that yet. Or maybe it's not for you. Maybe I shouldn't just try it. You know, whatever it is that's giving you this indecisive type of feeling. Listen to the angel on the shoulder. It's going to be the one that's going to say, I'm cheering you on. I'm giving you repeated thoughts constantly. I'm telling you all kinds of, giving you all kinds of signs and synchronicities through music, through signs in the clouds, through animals and bugs that you're seeing all day, through something that somebody says to you, because you're asking for that confirmation and it's being given to you. So listen, don't allow yourself to crawl back into a hole where you hide because it feels comfortable. I did this for so many years, guys. Listen to the angel that is saying, we got your back. We are supporting you. If you feel like no one else around you is supporting you, we are. Get in contact with us. We're unemployed until you start talking to us, okay? Pay attention to the numbers. Pay attention to the music lyrics that you're hearing over and over and over again. What kind of animals are you seeing every day? Look them up for animal symbolism. You know, I feel like both groups here are going through a pretty major awakening, and this is an awakening where, you know, I feel like you feel like if you don't make the right decision, it's going to make or break you. It's going to put you into a deep state of, what the fuck? Why didn't I change this aspect? Why didn't I do something different? Why didn't I do more? And I feel like there's going to be a lot of regret and a lot of self-blame, a lot of feeling like self-sabotage or what have you. So, you know, loosen your grip. Don't use any kind of things that you would be codependent on to help you feel a little bit better. Keep yourself grounded. See high above situations instead of seeing below them, meaning don't see things from a lower state of being. If you're hurting, if you're depressed, if you're going through that dark night of the soul, don't pay attention to your thoughts during that moment. Wait until you're able to be out of that feeling of being depressed, to see above the situation, which means you're seeing it from love, from light, from inspiration. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. Don't feed into any kind of addictions because of what you're feeling, guys. I love you. Go check out my YouTube channel, Unique Me 303 Healing.